This is the online arbitrage common scenario. All right, go ahead.
Sweet. Yeah. So this is the most useful case for pretty much all of you guys, right? So you're looking at a product like this that you found. You want to kind of store any of this information in BQool right away. You can start just kind of setting a min price, max price. And when you're looking at an item, you might want like different repricing rules. So in this case, we're just kind of punching in our cost price there. So let's say we paid $10 for the soccer ball, and we want to immediately send some of that information to BQool, right? So we just go ahead and scroll to wherever you got BQool kind of oriented on your SellerAmp panel. That's going to show you, the ASIN condition. Then we can also start setting that min and max price right there. So like we're talking about, you don't have to wait for the product to show up at Amazon. You don't have to wait for it all to check in. Like we can just kind of do it all within SellerAmp now, right? So we can go ahead and set that up. One thing you might want to check before you do is changing like the min and max price based on the charts that we show you on SellerAmp as well. So right here is like this item's usually like $25 or more. Maybe you don't want to make a sale under 26 or something. You see it like the buy box jumping up every now and then. Maybe you want to set that minimum at 27, 28. Only catch those super high price sales. That's something you're going to learn just by looking at the chart function right there, right? So we can go ahead and head back down, right? And then we can just go ahead and finalize whatever repricing rule we want to set based on kind of the info that we've studied looking at the item.
Yeah, and then here, like you could also put the additional costs, like if you have a prep center, for example. Yeah, like let's say $1.20, $1.30, and then you have packing material as well. So yeah, you could definitely do that, and then you could like put in the mins, the max. So it's just like what Warner said, and then then you export it, and then you could pick a rule for this item. Like we picked Profit Booster, which is our AI 2.0. So it goes above the buy box, and then you're able to price it higher, and then basically once you save it. It's going to get saved. And then inside the BQool panel, now you'll find it in the SellerAmp integration place. Yeah. And then how do we check it, Warner? Like, how do we check if, it's the same ASIN, is the right product, once the product comes in?
Yeah. Just give it a little second. So it said it takes 5 minutes or so. It'll show up on the BQool side there. Make sure you got the same product. Make sure it all working smooth for you. But that's what all the smart engineers are for, right? Just make sure that's correct all the time. So shouldn't have any issues there. But you can just make sure everything is all good to go there. Make sure you still like your repricing decision, and then roll from there.
And it's worth mentioning that once you go back in and revisit that SKU in SellerAmp, you can adjust everything on it except the condition and the fulfillment method. So you can just send the information back over to BQool.
This is the retail arbitrage scenario for BQool and SellerAmp integration. I found some Under Armour socks. And then Miles, how does this work? Like once we have it on the app.
So SellerAmp's going to tell you, right, if you're profitable, how quick it sells. You can check the chart as well, make sure it's nice and profitable. And then say this was a buy, which it looks like it is, right, at those metrics. Now you can go ahead and analyze it right there with the Keepa chart and see the metrics in terms of where you want to price it, and then go ahead and actually enter in that data on the BQool integration that now exists as well. Right there. So we'll see, boom, get it in there, right? Get in there, enter, right? Rule, min, max, fulfillment type, additional costs as well, right? Any sales tax potentially for RA that we're, want to be using that sales tax permit too, right? And then you can zap it out. And then you got to go immediately right after you do that. You got to start scanning more product, right? You got to lock down the items, right? And then you have to go and find more. Yeah, immediately. Like you can't wait a second. You got to go and find more items.
But the great part is that data is just waiting for you in BQool then.